night, which features the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle.
Guy play. D-run shops are. I was
coming off of that. Up top, around a Gobert screen. Finds Gobert inside, kick out. Edwards lines up the three. Left it short, and a rebound. Chased down by Watford. Couldn't snatch it away from Johnson. This is Maxwell Lewis, quick trigger, knocks down.
Also have good chemistry too in their pick and roll game. Nick Claxton is an athlete too that can get up and down the floor. He's got great length, shot blocker, disruptive defensively.
Randle for three, and he answers.
He had some comments post-game about what it was like to try to guard him. It was pretty funny listening to the Minnesota Timberwolves give praise to Nikola Jokic and just takes D'Angelo Russell's dribble right there.
Have a tiebreaker that puts them in the 6th spot, but the reason I say Edwards has to calm down on all the barking, his next technical foul will lead to an automatic suspension.
Yeah.
You can ill afford to have Edwards out over the course of these final remaining games. Conley, no good. McDaniels offensive rebound, left it for Gobert, kick out to Randle. Randle, three more, no good. Tipped over and secured by Claxton, bringing it up himself. Johnson over to Russell for three, well off the mark for the Brooklyn Nets. Edwards, and hand opens him, his to the toe with a 60-point triple-double.
In some ways, they did a really great job against Nikola Jokic because, you know, obviously they were undermanned too. No Jamal Murray in that game.
Lob up top, Claxton. Claxton in his 6th year. He's played his entire career thus far with the Nets. Signed a 4-year, $100 million deal in the offseason. Conley, quick drive, no. Tipped up and off. Inbound to Gobert. Gobert gives it up to Edwards. Shot clock under 10. Edwards for three, no. Here comes Johnson the other way for Brooklyn. Johnson in the lane, out to Russell. Russell averaging about 13 points per game in a Nets uniform. His 2nd stint here in Brooklyn. Just inside the elbow, left the shot short. Edwards pushing the tempo, now a retreat, give it up to Conley. Inside, Randle, off glass, no. And the Wolves struggling with their shot, just 1 for 8 in the early going. Another lob up top, no one.
Credit here for putting some pressure on Minnesota, making them miss. Just 1 of 8, as you mentioned.
Randle, hard drive, floats it up and off. Gobert off in that last outing against Denver. 21 offensive rebounds in that game. 22 second chance points. Poorly missed shot there. Randle across the timeline, in the lane, outside Conley. 3-ball, can't hit from the corner. Another offensive rebound. Russell tried to sell an offensive foul instead.
I'm saying it's the best basketball I've seen him play in a Timberwolves uniform. The way that he has been so tenacious, Michael, on both ends of the floor. The offensive rebounding that he's been doing, and he's taken it to another level.
That's saying something. He's had some good stretches in his short time as a Timberwolves player, but he's been tremendous in the last 5, to your point. Off the miss. Wolves running. Conley dumps it off. Edwards got the deuce. Over for Brooklyn in this ball game. Randle, size advantage on Russell. Couple former Laker guys. Here's Conley. It rotates to McDaniels for three. Left it short.
Everybody, I think they just told him to on the bench. He wanted somebody to review that.
There's the first foul on Randle. Still a 2-point ball game. Russell off the mark. He's now 0 for 3 from the floor. Edwards. Mid-range. It rolls in. Checked in. Sitting out Tuesday due to a 1-game suspension for that scuffle against the Detroit Pistons. Minnesota on a 9-0 run. Claxton, dream shake is in the bag. I didn't know. Yes. Averaging 10 and 7 on the season. Midway mark of this opening quarter. DiVincenzo on the drive, kick out, and just
the middle move.
We don't see the back to the basket game that much anymore.
Yeah, I know. And you get excited. As a big guy, you get excited, especially somebody that played with Hakeem Olajuwon. You know, it's like you get excited when guys try to pay homage to him. Naz Reid's got that in his game, too.
Corner three, Maxwell Lewis, no good. It's also Timmy time for the Brooklyn Nets right now.
It's Timmy time's been good time for the Brooklyn Nets. He's played well in a Brooklyn Nets uniform.
DiVincenzo, long range three, won't drop. Offensive rebound, Gobert through the trees. 17 points, 15 rebounds in his last 5.
Exactly. And you know, one of the frustrating things for me watching Rudy, and I've watched him for a long time now, obviously, even going back to his Utah days, is that he wouldn't always go after everything. He wasn't always the force that you wanted to be. At times, he's more worried about his man scoring than he is helping somebody else out in terms of shot blocking, leaving his man.
Yeah.
But he's been doing a lot of that recently, and he's just been really hard to play against.
Oh, the look away.
Think about that Piston game. That lead right now, pretty substantial. Duran has 207, and we coming into this game, Rudy at 200. So he's had a bunch in the last 5. Been fun to watch.
This is Uwoma on the drive, spinning, dumps it off to Timmy. A push shot won't go, and here comes DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo from dribble around trouble, gives it up to Naz Reid. Gobert looking for a teammate, finds Edwards for 3. Yes. 17-9 Minnesota. Bigman. And now Uwoma with the rock. Leaves it for Timmy. Timmy kept the pivot. They're getting nothing on the offensive end, but they do get a good look there from Whitehead, but couldn't knock it down. And Reid will bring it across for the Wolves, looking for a double-figure lead. Edwards generally gets energized by the road crowd. Doesn't have a look here. Reid sets the feet, short on a triple. Long rebound, even.
The willing passer.
Bigman gives it up. Uwoma behind the back. This is Etienne to Uwoma for 3. Well off the mark. And the Nets 28th in offensive rating, 29th in field goal percentage. Edwards, that pass deflected by Bigman and stolen. Derek Whitehead attacking Reid, missed the layup. Rebound secured by Gobert. Ahead to DiVincenzo. Outside, no. And rebound secured by Brooklyn. Etienne over to Timmy. Nets with just 25 wins on the season. They have a lot of draft capital in the coming year.
Across the NBA, Michael and Jim, this was obviously a cause near and dear to the Timberwolves.
Special moment that will,
throw some that we're going to do that. He's going to wear a t-shirt too. We should really tweet that out so people can get their t-shirt. They can wear it the same night we're going to wear it. Might as well support the whole thing. So we'll keep her and go ahead and order one right now. So be ready when we're ready.
We'll give the date as soon as we get it. Nets finally get a bucket. They had missed 7 straight shots. Minnesota currently on a 16-4 run. Randall rifles that pass over to DiVincenzo. No good on the 3. I feel like Randall could be at least a minor league pitcher. I mean, the velocity on his swing makes it 19-14.
Are you saying minor league because the accuracy is not good? Is that what
I just didn't want to. I'd rather disrespect a minor leaguer than a major leaguer.
Okay.
Whitehead. Oh, all of a sudden,
a high usage player for the Brooklyn Nets this year, but he's a high draft pick who they expect him to be good. He's an excellent player, but he just, kind of like how we've seen with Minnesota. I mean, the fact that Rob Dillingham is...
They have the most man games lost